Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to another Ancient Empires battle. Today we have quite the massive battle. We have over 12,000 troops in this one. I'm actually going to turn that off. There we go. So today I am playing against a Jackie Fish. He is playing as the Dacians and I am playing as the Arverni. So I really enjoy the Arverni faction. They have some very powerful units, and we will definitely see that today. Again, over 12,000 units. But Petilius, goodness, Jackie Fish outnumbers me by a good 1,700 troops, and we're gonna see if we can't take them on. We have a really cool map. I'm gonna hit the pause button for just a second, just so we can kind of go over just the terrain of this map. So we wanted to do something that wasn't just a head-on land battle, kind of like how we always see, you know, that really shows off the factions. We wanted a really good, difficult map. So this map, I really don't remember the coordinates of it, but I saw it. I saw that big hill in the middle, and I was like, we need to do this map. So we both kind of start, he starts at more of the advantage, I have to kind of go uphill a little more, but we do also have these channels that should be that are going to be used pretty efficiently today. And so let's go over our unit compositions, and then we'll get right back into the battle. So we are paused. I'm going to start here in my middle. We have quite a few units here. I think I have a good 36 ish, maybe 37 units. He has the full 40, but I have these guys segmented up. One thing we wanted to do was we didn't want to create a battle that just spanned the entire width of the map. We didn't want just a front line of men. We wanted to create kind of an engaging battle, so we kind of made sure that we both compacted our men into groups, which would make the battle more engaging. It would kind of bring that reinforcement effect into it. So that way, because we very easily could have just spanned an entire line of infantry all across our front. Just wouldn't have been very fun. So, as such, I have divided myself up into some various groups. We have some Celtic Spear Wall troops. I have quite a few of these Celtic Spear Wall. The main reason why I like Celtic Spear Walls is they have a really good melee defense, and they have a really good morale. Now, I mean, they're very good defensive units. So, the idea was to kind of get these guys into a defensive stance and potentially even engage the enemy, but that would then hold up the infantry, hold up his spearmen for me to be able to send in reinforcements through the back end. So I do have several units here. We have 5 in this block alone. So I have 3 in the front. I have 2 reinforcing. Let's see. I actually think that may... No, I swear I had some more. Maybe I didn't. It looks like I didn't. So 5 as my kind of center spear formation. They would be able to soak up that engagement and really be able to do some damage. Over here we have, are these all the Celtic nobles? They are. Sweet. So we have 5 of our Celtic noble warbands. Over here, this is going to be my punch infantry. This is going to be where I try and break through a line and really try to force one of his flanks to cave. These guys are extremely good troops. They're tier 3 heavy melee infantry. Excellent morale, excellent armor rating, good charge rating. These guys are just really good. Not to mention, they have the ability to do the brace shields, kind of do that shield wall, which really gives them some good buffs as well. So this is my definite punch group. We're going to send these guys in this direction. Now, over here, I've kind of switched some things up with a little bit. So I have quite a few fanatics. I have 5 naked fanatics. 2 of them are over here, 3 of them are over here. These are my shock troops. These guys are very good at punching and just shock trooping. I mean, they are the Arverni shock troopers. So we got 3 of those guys, which are then supported by some Celtic early noble warband, and then we have some actual real legitimate reinforcements sitting way back in the back. We have 3 of our early Celtic noble warbands and 2 units of naked fanatics. Now, moving on, we have some Celtic hunters. These guys are going to be really some good. They're just going to pester the enemy. That's really what we want. We want to pester them. We want them to be just kind of bogged down. And that's basically what their role is to do today. They're not going to probably get very many kills, but we'll just have to see. Now, where it gets really fun, I have 4 units of these Celtic war dogs. Now, guys, I will tell you this. If you want a really good, solid Celtic faction, not necessarily Germanic, I would go with the Arverni because of their warhounds. These guys are tier 1, but they will absolutely shred cavalry. They will. That is their job. That's the way I've always used them, and that's the way they're going to get used today. So I have 2 over there, and I have 2 over here. Getting in, and they are actually, are they? They are hidden. One of them is. Over here on my left flank, I have 4 units of Celtic Noble Horse from the late period. These guys are going to be some really good heavy melee cav. Now, I don't believe that the Arverni have shot cav. Nope, we just have melee. And then over here, I have some Celtic Noble Horse from the early period. So a lot of cav, and a lot of war dogs, and that's going to come into play very well. And then last but not least, we have Vercingetorix, the man, the myth, the legend, so he's going to try and do some stuff. Now, Jackie Fish is doing a really cool formation over here, so he wants to try to keep as many of his troops hidden as possible. I don't blame him. He is playing a very defensive formation right here. All is well and good. He has quite a few Dacian Spearwall. These are going to almost be the same exact troops as their Celtic counterparts, so he's got quite a few of those holding that huge front right there. But again, 99% of these troops are hidden. All I can see at this point in time is really his back row, so I really have no idea what he's got in the front. But in front, he also has some Dacian bowmen. Again, they're going to be really good at peppering and bogging down my guys, so that will be interesting to see how well that works. His second line is full of Dacian swordsmen. These guys look legit. They look really cool. They do have that curved sword. Some of them do anyways. But just the artistic work, especially with the Dacians, is really good, because I feel like they're a faction that often gets left in the dust. And so to see that there's a lot of artwork put into these guys, including that bright pink dude, he always comes out of nowhere, is really good to see that in this mod. So he has a second row, though. He has a third row of Dacian swordsmen, quite a few of those. And then behind that, we have Dacian Falksmen. Now, these guys are deadly when you use them correctly, and we are definitely going to see these guys in battle. And so, yeah, he has a whole full line of those. And then last but not least, he has 5 units, of Dacian Nobles. He's going to be our Tier 3 heavy melee infantry. Again, looking absolutely deadly. And they are going to be our counterparts to our noble warbands. He has a Dacian chieftain as his general, and then we're going to take a look at his cav real quick, and we'll get right on the battle. I know I've been droning on for a while, but I really wanted to explain what everyone has. He has, I forgot that the Dacians had this, and it scared the living crap out of me whenever I first saw it. He has mercenary Sarmatian cataphracts in his unit roster. So he has 3 guys, 3 of those, which on top of that have rank 3 chevrons on them, mind you. So very heavy shot cav, scared the bejesus out of me when I first saw it. And then he also has some Dacian heavy horse. These are going to be Tier 3 heavy melee, and I don't think they have 1 chevron each. And then let's take a look. These guys, his Falksmen, each have 2. He had a lot of money left over. Dacia is a very cheap faction in terms of how much it costs. I mean, he's fielding a full 40 units, and he's got triple chevron Sarmatian cataphracts, chevron heavy horse, and that sort of thing. So I actually don't think I have any chevrons on any of my troops. So let's go ahead and get on with the battle. So basically, actually, we're going to set up just for another minute. Let's super fast forward time here until we get straight into the battle. Yes. So we're going to set up these guys here. I know he's got cav somewhere at this point in time. Okay, I do see a Sarmatian cataphracts. That's what it was. So I see that. I'm going to move my war dogs up. They are completely hidden. All of my cav are hidden, which is exactly what I had in mind. I didn't really care so much about these dudes being hidden. He knows I'm going to try and take the hill, so that's what we're just going to do. So we're just waiting. Here we go. Battle has started. We're going to go into a forward time. So he sees a channel here. He says there's a really good way. He can see all of my troops. So he knows exactly where they all stand, minus these dudes. So he's going to bring his Tier 3 Sarmatian cataphracts in. Very deadly troops. I am going to be absolutely terrified. I know that my Celtic Noble Horse cannot take those guys on, but I've got a little plan here. Remember, Celtic War Dogs will absolutely shred. They will shred horsemen. So while I'm waiting for that to set up, I am moving all of my troops. I'm going to try, here's my punch. I'm going to move it over here into the open. I am broadcasting that, no issues there, but I am moving my Naked Fanatics / Warband up and my Spearmen to try and take that hill. Now, he still can't see my troops. He can't see them at all. So what do? At the last second, he does see them. He cannot turn around. He does not realize that they're actually the War Dogs, and they are going to start getting shredded. I mean, look at that. Look how quickly those War Dogs are taking down that unit. Absolutely amazing. So what do? I send in my other War Dogs. Not only that, now I have him on the run. He is losing quite quickly. I can push there. Over here, all he sees are these guys. He does not know I have my troops over here. Neither does he know I have my War Dogs on this flank. His cataphracts are getting away, but the War Dogs are pursuing him. It is unreal how powerful these War Dogs are. It is ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that. Just ripping the throat out of those horsemen. He's going to lose one of those units. Over here, he still cannot see my Celtic Noble Horse. It's incredible how close you have to be in this battle to see any units whatsoever. Again, I can't see 99% of his troops. They've disappeared. All I know is that I need to secure my flank on this side, and I need to try and take that hill. I've routed one of his Sarmatian cataphracts with my horsemen. They're going to play a dance. Still can't see my Noble Horse, but again, I have my War Dogs. Now, he is playing smart. He saw that I laid an ambush over here. He has pulled his cataphracts over here, and he has also had to shift several units to try and protect that now very exposed flank. I can't take that guy on. I can't take that exposed flank on just yet, but I can't deal with this horseman. So he does see, actually he doesn't see the War Dogs. It's incredible. Look at that. They're just chilling. They're just chilling, waiting to send the War Dogs in. Waiting to send the War Dogs in. And they're off. The Boltons would be proud on just how well I sicked these War Dogs on his cav. Absolutely just took him by surprise. He was not ready for them. He was distracted over there on the other flank. So we get in some good charge with these War Dogs. And again, they're just going to start ripping these dudes to shreds. Also provides us a pretty good distraction. I see he's going to try and get away. I'm going to use this Celtic Noble Horse. Now, I'm playing a dance over here. I'm playing a dance. We have finally engaged. We are engaging over this hill. I now see everything that he has. My Naked Fanatics are going to just start fanaticizing. Yes, that's a real word. And we are moving in our spearmen. Our spearmen are coming in. As you can see, they've got that spear wall going on. He's got his spear wall. He is setting up very, very cautiously. Very, very defensive. It's really cool, though. I like it. Over here, he's sending his heavy horse. They are going to take out my War Dogs. Now, that's just the unit itself. Those War Dogs will actually continue to fight until they are all dead. So that's actually a really good benefit also of using those War Dogs. Now, I'm going to bring my Noble, some Naked Fanatics, and some Noble Warband over here to kind of split up his flank. My archers are firing into their archers, really taking them out, so that's really good for us. As it sits right now, he still has a good 1,400 more troops than I do. Now, as you can tell, he has no more cav except for this guy over here. And these guys are about to get wrecked by some Naked Fanatics. Hitting those in from behind, they are definitely one and done. Now, over here, my cav game was strong for the first part. He's working on these mercenary Sarmatian cataphracts. He sees these Naked Fanatics. I'm going to have to engage them. I don't, unfortunately. And I do actually think I lose that troop. Now, one thing to notice is I now have the cav advantage on this entire flank. I don't have to engage these units because I've actually closed him in pretty decently well. My Naked Fanatics and my Royal Noble Warband are destroying his Falksmen. Falksmen, I think, are actually much better at charging, and there just wasn't that ability to get that charge off because we were in the forest, and that kind of reduces speed. So I'm playing a dance. I'm dancing with him. He's lost another cataphract. He only has one left, and I still have all 4 of my cav. Again, I also have all 3 of my cav over here. I'm going to bring them into the forest and see if he even notices. But before that, we've actually got our noble warband. Going to let them shoot off all of their arrows, and then we're definitely going to try. He's retreating just a little bit. He's reforming his troops, and we actually have just kind of a standoff here. This standoff lasts for a while because I actually just kind of forgot to engage. As you can see, there's a lot of name calling. You know there's a lot of name calling right here. And then this is getting a little intense. So far, it seems like we do have a very good advantage, but he just has so many layers of troops. I underestimated him. I will absolutely tell you that right now. I underestimated Jackie Fish's amount of layers. He just has so many troops that aren't getting into the battle, and my punch-through army is going to have to step up. Now, I still have these guys. They won't, I mean, I don't need them yet. So they're not going to be in the battle. I'm using my archers as best as I can. I'm starting to rout a lot of his units on the back flank. Again, misunderstanding just how many units he's had is actually going to put me at a little bit of a disadvantage here in a second. And I'll tell you why just in a little bit. But yeah, our archers are pounding that second line. They're not doing anything, so I might as well attack them. This unit of spear wall is severely about to be outflanked. There you go, just get wrecked. Those heavy horse, that combat, that back and forth, just smashing into the back of them. He has also lost his last unit of cataphracts. So in terms of cav, I have 100% superiority. Seeing an advantage, I bring my noble warband in from the back to distract these nobles. I realize I'm going to have to distract these 2 guys because I need to be able to get these bowmen. If I can get these bowmen, they are much less of a nuisance, not to mention that I'm going to be able to push them from behind. Underestimating your opponent is the worst thing you can ever do. Not really sure why I punched into these guys. Oh, because they were exposed. That is correct. They weren't looking, they weren't paying attention. So I decided to punch them in the face. That's right. Punch them. Again, not really engaging anyone because I kind of just didn't think about it, to be honest. Whoa, that's a cool view. Now, that being said, we are starting to rout his front line. His troops are starting to thin, they're starting to waver, and we can start pushing up and really pressing our advantage. Now, we almost lost both of our cav over there. We're going to almost lose one of these guys. So realizing that his spear wall, he has so many spear wall troops, we're going to have to figure out how to get around that because I can't attack that with my cav. Straight up lose 100% of the time. Now, I see the need for more reinforcements. So what am I going to do? I'm going to bring these guys over here to really act as another flanking wall. We're going to try and get these bowmen since they're out in the open. And I'm going to try and get Vercingetorix to try and get a countercharge against his general. He can move around. He's got that ability. One thing I love about Vercingetorix is he actually has 2 general abilities, so he always has a morale boost mechanic. He always has that, and then you can have what other general you want, or general ability. So I actually had Warcry with him, so technically I could Warcry his troops and then immediately turn around and hit a morale boost to my own, which is very, very effective when using the Arverni. Highly recommend you do it. So we routed that guy. I couldn't get that charge into his own general because he's got those spear walls and he's got nobles. He has all of his nobles left, which is really good for him. Really puts me at a disadvantage though. Let's get more into the battle. Just going to take a look. I don't really think anything too crucial happened here, so we're just going to get a look at some combat. Those Falksmen, they've routed. I think. Did they rout? They did. No, they didn't. He's pushing them forward. That's what he's doing. And then we are surrounding this group of Dacian nobles. There we go. Let's put, oh, you guys can't really see the graphic mod. I forgot about that. Interesting, interesting. So many troops routing. Here we go. Let's get on the front line again. Just really taking a look. Oh, that dude just lost his head. There we go. So, funny thing happened, which almost cost me the whole game. He completely, out of nowhere, I'm not really sure what happened. They may have just been tired, more tired than his troops. My entire left flank collapses. Straight up, 100% just collapses. Freaks the crap out of me. Luckily, very, very fortunately, I had just blasted a hole into here, and I'm able to bring some Celtic noble warbands over here. Almost lost me the game. That literally would have caused me to lose the game right there, because he could just hit my spear wall from behind. Had I not been able to have this flank, have all these units over here to fill in the gaps, able to bring over my Celtic noble warband was just absolutely crucial. Not only that, I did lose a couple of units of cav. Yep. But that's all right. He still has so many troops left, though. But I am starting to get the advantage. His troops are tired. I have some fresh troops. I guess not. Whoops. But they are more tired. These guys are more tired than my troops. And again, being able to bring reinforcements into here absolutely saves my men. Those Dacian Falksmen, they're just too tired. They are losing the current combat, and they are just not in it right now. Checking out some Sfeet combat. There we go. Routed these guys. Our Naked Fanatics are coming in. Really just kicking some butt. Those Naked Fanatics provide such a punch. Such a punch. And as you can see, we just have the troop advantage. That's just what it is right now. His units are routing. His Dacian chieftain is going to try and come in and save the day. But that chain route mechanic just makes it nearly impossible. He's going to try and run in a final and glorious charge for his people, the Dacians. But it's not going to be enough. Look at that. Naked dude. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess everyone did route and I just wasn't paying attention. Everyone did route. I mean, that's how the game ends. So, let's end the replay there. All right, so that's how it went down, ladies and gentlemen. So he ended up losing a good 3,000 of his men. I only lost a good 1,500, but you can see really lost a couple of those noble war bands, those Naked Fanatics. That's actually one of the groups, surprisingly or not. So it makes sense that these specific 5 units collapsed on my left flank because they're all right there. And then we just had that advantage. Those Warhounds, where are they at? Where are my buddies at? 101, 54, 69, 69. Not a ton of kills, but it was enough. Look at that. His heavy horse did almost nothing. 1 kill, 6 kills. His mercenary cataphracts almost did none. These guys should have absolutely demolished me, but thanks to my war dogs might be just a little overpowered, but regardless, they did help save the day. These guys did really, really well. The guys who routed held that flank for a very long time. Again, those Celtic hunters didn't really do a whole lot, but they were able, like his bowmen didn't do a lot, but they were able to be a distraction. It kind of forced them to always have their shields raised. They couldn't really move as much, and their defense actually does go down just a tiny bit. But overall, a very good battle. Kudos, good game to Jackie Fish. I look forward to playing with him again. We are going to start doing some more Ancient Empires battles together. Looking to do some 2v2s with some other Total War YouTubers as well. 2v2 battles, especially with Ancient Empires, is just a lot more engaging, and it's a lot more fun, and just more fun in general. The battles seem to really mean a lot more as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this battle. I actually really enjoyed playing against someone. Jackie Fish is a very good player to play against. So if you enjoyed this battle, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This is Havoc. Be on the lookout for the next Ancient Empires battle. I'm out of here. Peace!